Hello and welcome to another battle replay video by Lord Snake. Today I played as the Wood Elves and my opponent played as the Greenskins. So I would imagine today's battle took place on the outskirts of Athel Loren, and it was primarily just Orion amassing a quick force to defend against a Greenskin Waaagh that was threatening to enter Athel Loren. So my opponent brought an Orcish Warboss on the back of a Wyvern. He brought some nasty Skulkers, 3 units of Savage Orcs. He also brought 2 units of Black Orcs, 3 units of Goblin Wolf Rider Archers, and I believe one of which was the unit of Renown, I want to say. He brought 2 Doom Diver Catapults, some nasty Skulkers, or actually I said that already, sorry. The unit of Renown for Night Goblin, and the unit of Renown for Goblin Wolf Rider. On my side, I brought Orion. I also brought a Branch Wraith, a Way Stalker. I brought 3 units of Treekin, 2 units of Eternal Guard with shields, a unit of Wildwood Rangers, 2 units of Blade Guard with Hagbane tips, and 1 with just plain arrows, and 2 units of War Dancers. So, unfortunately, those Doom Divers were doing quite a lot of damage, especially early game. At least they weren't targeting my Wildwood Rangers. Oh, and I don't think I mentioned that he had these Squig Hoppers here, and the unit of Renown for them. So I begin to barrage him with some arrow fire. You can hear that I used the one ability from Orion right over on these guys. On top of that, Orion was shooting them. As you can see, that huge spear that just got hurled through them. There's the Hounds of Orion. They managed to get those Squig Hoppers in, but luckily I had those Treekin guys to counter that. The Warboss got stuck in here against my Glade Guard. It's absolutely gorgeous seeing these Treekin rip apart some orcs. So, at this point I did get Orion in to face off against his Warboss. God, Orion is so huge. Able to stand just the size of that Warboss, and the Warboss is on the back of a wyvern. And there's my branch right there on the side doing some damage. And I was able to bring down his general before he could escape even. Orion just screaming out in victory against the Warboss like a total badass. Used an Earth Blood to replenish some HP on those Treekin units. At this point, a lot of my guys were kind of just dealing with the leftover cavalry. He had these Black Orcs guarding his Doomdiver catapults, so I wasn't really able to come in and deal with these guys at all, unfortunately. So they were able to kind of just sit up here on top of this cliff and shoot at me the whole game. But I figured that was fine since I was able to take out his general so early. There's that one special ability from Orion that allows him to shoot still opponents in an AoE. At this point, the Black Orcs shattered, and as soon as they did, pretty much the entire army shattered with them. And I was able to squeak by with a Pyrrhic victory. So I brought a little bit over half of his number and lost quite a bit more than half of my troops, whereas he lost less than half of his, so he managed to do better in the kill-death ratio, but I was able to cause a mass rout since I was able to kill his general fairly early on. So it was a very close game. If it wasn't for that, I'm sure I would have had difficulties winning against all of these orcs. So GG Charlie Fumao. On my side, you can see Orion did a ton of damage with 82 kills. He was using his special abilities the whole game, so he was able to rack up quite a decent kill count. On top of that, my Wildwood Rangers managed to walk away with 91 kills, so they kicked some ass. And all of my Treekin units did quite a decent amount of damage, especially considering they hardly took any deaths, so they all walked away with a really good kill count. On my opponent's side, all of his guys did alright, except for his Doomdivers, which kicked some serious ass. They just blew me up from a distance the whole game. So it was a really good use of his positioning there, and since he had the artillery, I kind of had to come to him, so that was a really good move. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this battle replay video, and I'll be hopefully releasing another one either next week or the week after. But anyway, we'll see. You guys have a good one.